I want to talk today about anxiety, about God, about the devil, and about the fight that all Christians are face in one degree or another. I've made videos about my anxiety before, and it's been getting to the point where it's been paralyzing. And it's very easy to give up hope and just decide, like I said before, to just sit on the couch and watch TV and surf the internet all the time. Um, I listen to podcasts, and I listened to the Daily Audio Bible podcast, and I prayed, and man called in and said that Satan is trying to get me off the board, out of the game. And it does seem like whenever I feel like I'm about to do something good for the Lord, I am attacked. I feel like I see how big the thing is and how bad the situation is, and all I want to do is crawl into bed and just stay there. And I also listen to Mosaic podcast and Kim and Owen McManus. I recently had a series called Battle Cry, and we are warriors, and we are fighting an enemy, and the enemy is Satan. And 1 Peter 5:7 through 9, I think, is one of the most important scriptures for me. Cast all your cares on him because he cares for you. Stay sober and alert. Your opponent, the devil, is prowling like a roaring lion, looking for someone to devour. Resist him solid in your faith, realizing that the brotherhood of believers is undergoing the same sufferings throughout the world. I see a world where there is no love, where love is in such short supply. I see a world where we have a leader who lies on a daily basis. I see a world where people care more about profit, the bottom line, the moral. As Milton Friedman said, the only moral imperative a corporation has is to ensure the profits of its shareholders. Pollution, lack of health care, gun violence, the easy access to guns, I should say, all based on a profit motive, and all supported by many people claiming to be Christian. It would be so much easier if I didn't believe. I have friends who are agnostic. I have a friend who calls himself a cynical humanist. It is so painful because I believe, because I know of God, because I know of Jesus, because I know that this is not the way it's supposed to be. And so I make my videos, so I make my calls. I want to set up a march of Christians, evangelical Christians, speaking out. But then I get paralyzed and anxious and I don't know what to do. And then I think, why bother? I make videos that nobody see. I write blogs that nobody reads. I don't make any difference. Who am I? And while humility is good, lack of faith, God gives you humility. The Holy Spirit gives you humility. It shows you that you can't do this on your own. But the devil does not give you humility for those who he can't corrupt. He gives self-loathing. He gives fear. He gives that you are so low, no one will listen to you. You can't do anything. You should just give up. I've been wanting to give up so bad. But then I listened to the Daily Audio Bible, and I listened to Kim McManus, and I am a fighter. I mean, I was an agnostic. I was in the dark. I mean, God brought me out of the darkness and showed me who He was, who He is, who He was supposed to be. But it is so hard. It is so exhausting putting up the fight. It's so exhausting seeing day after day a president whose ego. I mean, yesterday, he seemed humble, which was good about the of the new healthcare bill. But there needs to be a movement. And I mean, my church has started one, but then I can't go because I get anxious during the meetings and I don't know what to say. And then I feel guilty because I'm not letting God control. So I am a fighter, but I feel like I'm losing more battles than winning. And I know God, I know the sword and shield, but